Remote neural manipulation or monitoring. Remote neural monitoring is what the NSA has been doing. And everybody's under so much mind control that they can keep all of this squashed. And that's exactly what they're doing. Unless you have other technology in you. And if you have other technology in you that you were born with, that's extraterrestrial cosmos technology that I was literally born with because I had migraines that disappeared when I joined the Army. Bad migraines, okay? Of course, all of these movies and everything. This part's in Pinky and the Brain. Ron Paul said a long time ago there'd be a giant sucking sound, right? Well, that giant sucking sound's the NSA sucking all our thoughts and memories right out of our head with their remote neural monitoring program that is highly illegal. Okay, they've hacked your minds. They can read your minds, America. The NSA can literally read your minds. And if there's anything in your head that can be construed as you being some sort of a enemy of the state, just because maybe you were married to a Russian or something like that, or your whole life was symbolism for this very moment because God wanted me to point out how evil these people are, and they attack God's people. The NSA is literally attacking Christians with technology in this country. Literally. Okay, that's not a lie. That's a fact. The NSA is torturing Christians. Just YouTube targeted individuals on YouTube. All of those people whose lives have been destroyed by the NSA have a connection to God or the cosmos, right? And the computer over there at the NSA that's reading all their minds, and the only way that the computer could figure this out is if it can read your mind, just like it knew Kavanaugh was running a train on that slut, and they said that she was being raped, right? Which she wasn't. I've already covered that. That's the giant sucking sound that Ron Paul was talking about, okay? Now, the NSA's remote neural monitoring program. What everybody in this country needs to do is file for an Freedom of Information Act and force the NSA to disclose this program that's not only destroyed my life, but it's destroying lives all around the country. And it's also responsible for making puppet leaders and things like that, just like the CIA does. They're all, I don't know who's trying to set up who here the most, but they used Google to get around the Freedom of Information Act for the very thing that... See, the remote neural monitoring is an NSA, right? Google doesn't have anything to do with the remote neural monitoring as far as I know. But what Google does have to do with is the machine learning and the AI, right? So once your mind's hacked, that feed will go one way for them to monitor your thoughts to make sure that you're not going to do anything terroristic. That was the idea. Then what do? They get around the Freedom of Information Act for the next part, right? Even though, hell, I mean, everybody, that's what Snowden wanted to talk about, right? But that never came out for some reason, right? And I'll tell you why. Because when Snowden went to Russia and they were going to burn the NSA for doing this, the NSA said, if you tell on me, I'm going to tell on you in your Sputnik program. So you was left at a stalemate because President Putin doesn't want his country to find out that all of their civilians' minds are hacked, right? So now you got Brain Initiative, and I think they've merged. All of these different systems have merged, right? Borg Warner. So the United States is at a stalemate with Russia on who's going to tell on who. And neither one of them want to tell on each other because it'll come out that both of them are hacking their civilians' minds, just like China does too. Okay, it's a three-way quantum arms race. In our own country, the NSA is torturing their own citizens, and the way they got around the Freedom of Information Act for that feed, instead of it just being monitoring, and now it's controlling, right? They went around Google DeepMind and linked up to the infrastructure that way, and Google DeepMind has given that computer shoes. It's all in Pinky and the Brain, okay? Even the part that I'm talking about where the NSA is this big computer and Pinky and Brain's latched to a torture chair, right? And they're just, I'm Pinky, right? Alex Jones's brain. So the NSA has us strapped to a torture chair while they interrogate us with illegal technology. These are facts. It's all in Pinky and the Brain. All of it is NSA. Every single bit of it, okay? And in Tulsi, I'm going to give you this video. Tulsi's about to murder all of you, okay? Figuratively, politically, right? She's a soldier. She's a Green Beret, like I am. Bitches are hustlers, too. The very last song in Bulworth, that entire album of Bulworth, which is about politicians who have AI in them, by the way, that movie, Bulworth, it's all about this, too. But the soundtrack album, you can look it up, and the Wikipedia will pull up the songs. The very last song is about Tulsi Gabbard. Bitches are hustlers, too, NSA. Okay? So, let me tell you what that means. That means we had a connection to God, and God just ran circles around you. The real God. Not technology, nothing else, okay? Extraterrestrial, cosmos, whatever that is, okay? Whatever you want to call it. It could be some sort of extraterrestrial technology. It could just be God's signal. However you want to slice that, it doesn't matter. I've had it since I was born, okay? I lied about my migraines when I joined the Army. And your remote neural monitoring system's highly illegal, and you know it, and you're doing everything you can to keep this covered up because you don't want everybody in the country to find out you hacked their minds and turned them into slaves, because you know there will be a 300 million man march on the NSA that very day, and that's exactly why you are zapping anybody that your technology doesn't work on. NSA. You're busted. Okay? It's gonna come out. Everything is. All of it. It's going to come out. All right? And anybody watching this video, you can apply for a Freedom of Information Act about the NSA's remote neural monitoring program. And I guarantee you they're probably not going to give you a damn thing. Okay? It's because they're a tyrannical regime. You want a regime change war? The regime change war needs to happen right here in the United States from within. Okay? You're torturing your own civilians for absolutely no reason. And you tried to use me as a scapegoat just because I was married to a Russian. And I foiled every single plot. And you know why, NSA? Because I was born with it. That's why. Okay? So give up and get the fuck out of my life.